Good morning. There is every possibility this could go horribly wrong. There is sawing going on behind me, above me, technically, well, above and behind me. Um, you'll be able to hear it in a minute. There's been some serious level drilling going on as well, and I will not be able to continue with the noise of the drilling because it's massive. It's like they were almost there in the room. Well, they virtually are, I suppose. They're raising the roof. There you go. They're raising the roof. So there's a bit more headspace in the bit that's going to become the new bit of the kitchen. But there you go. So anyway, here I am. I thought I'd paused. I was going to come on earlier, but I paused till it sounded like the worst of the drilling was over. It could happen again at any moment. So let's make this quick, maybe. And that never happens, does it? Either. Diagnosis. Look at things diagnostically. This is so having a bit of a look at thinking about how we often, as human beings, I suppose, focus on the negative. It's easy to think about things that have gone wrong, isn't it? And I often say to people, when you're thinking of what's gone wrong, that's all right as long as we do something with that. As long as we think, well, what went wrong? Could I have done anything better? Because one of the interesting things is you'll often find that you couldn't have done anything differently, and it was just chance. It was just the way it was. So instead of focusing on the negative, we need to develop a problem-solving mindset. What went wrong there? Because there's nothing more demotivating, is there, than feeling as though dwelling on something, just not even mulling it over, but just constantly going back to I failed there, I failed there, I failed there, because that does none of us any good. Because, like I say, often when we analyze these places where we think we failed, and I pretty much hate that word, we think, well, actually, I couldn't have controlled the run of that any better. I couldn't have predicted those kind of things. So, what am I in control of is the key aspect of thinking about this. What am I actually in control of? What could I have done there differently or better? What could I do better? And how can I improve things? So, having this problem solving mindset kind of stops us from creating a mental block around a particular thing, you know? I don't know, if I was delivering a lecture and it didn't go well, early doors, when I started, if I was delivering a lecture and it didn't go well, I'd really dwell on it. I'd really, and I'd really dwell on it. Next time I went to do a lecture, kind of had that one in my head instead of analysing that and thinking, well, where did it go wrong? What could I have predicted? What could I have done better? And sometimes early on, I just thought, right, I just need to prepare more. This is where I developed the idea of script and everything. So, like when I prepare a lecture now, I write it out long form. I don't use the long form version in the lecture, but I write it out long form because writing is thinking. So I do that. So I did that. That was the thing that I developed. It was like, okay, if I'm going to lecture on a particular topic, I need to have some command, at least, of that topic. And the way that I get a command is by writing about it. So, I diagnosed what the problem was and I dealt with it. And now, if something goes wrong, it doesn't trouble me too much because I know I've prepared as well as I could. That's that Stoic philosophy thing. If I'm happy that I can only control my approach, can't control the reception of the lecture. Well, I suppose you can to a certain extent because you tweak what you do to suit your audience, and I do that. But I can't predict what frame of mind other people are in. I can't predict whether people are interested in the topic. Some topics we have to teach, and some people are interested in them, some people aren't. When I taught the adult related social work module on the course I teach on, people who were dead set on being in childcare sometimes didn't take much notice maybe of some of those lectures. I don't know, because and I can't legislate for that. I've got to do the best job that I can do, and that's all we can do. That's all we can do. So look at things diagnostically. When something goes wrong, or even when something goes right, that's the good thing about the reflective process. When something goes right, what did I do there? How come that was better than the previous time? Maybe, what did I do differently? So I think that's what I want to say today. We spend time ruminating on the past and ruminating on the future when all we've got is the present moment, drilling about to begin. So what we need to do is think about what's gone before and diagnose maybe what the issues were so that we can then predict better how to achieve positive outcomes when we do that thing again or do something similar again. I'm going to go because they're about to drill, and hopefully this won't last too much longer. I think they're just here another week or so. So here we go. Have a good day. Have a good Monday. See you again on Wednesday. Bye now.